Hi, my name is Deborah Ann Woll, and I am the author of Heroes Feast Saving the Children's Menu. It is available today on D&D Beyond, and you will get the Kender Stumblenoodles recipe included with that. It is also in the Heroes Feast Flavors of the Multiverse, along with many other fabulous recipes inspired by the world of D&D. It is a D&D 5e adventure for 10th level adventurers. That is very exciting to me, that you would have to be very hardy to save the children's menu. If I had to sum up saving the children's menu in one sentence, which is a terribly, terribly mean question to ask, because when you write something, you never want to sum it up in one sentence. It would be adventurers tasked with saving a family that is in desperate need of their help, as well as bringing some joy to all of the children of Daggerford. I would say the tone is kind of old school in a way. You know, we were talking earlier about some of the things that if you are in my generation, that sort of cuspy millennial, the types of content that you grew up with. And this idea that like stuff for kids was scary, you know, and we all grew up, I think, with a little bit of a love for things that were dangerous and a little bit spine-tingling, you know? And so I really, with most of the work that I do, the writing that I do, I try to capture that. So this is my first time actually being published as a dungeon master and writer. This is a huge bucket list moment for me with Wizards, with D&D Beyond. I mean, just having that opportunity. I'm genuinely honored and really touched by it, and a little intimidated, I think, on the other side. So to have worked with Jason Tondro and Kate Welch, one of my favorite people in the world, you know, to have that support from such professional writers in how to translate, you know, what I knew how to do well, which was tell D&D stories and run campaigns, into something that could be, you know, run by someone else who isn't in my brain, which is hard to do. I would say if I had any advice for someone who is for the first time trying to write adventures for someone else to run, is to first of all trust them, right? No one is going to run your adventure the way you run it. So it's really easy to go, well, here's the voice to use for this character, or here's how to solve this, or if your players do X, Y, and Z, you're never going to guess everything that can happen at a table. So to be really open to variety and flexibility and allow to say, here's this little nugget, make of it what you will, and I hope you tell me what happens at your table. So there are some adventures that I have written that I have gotten to run like 12, 15 times over and over with different groups. And it is absolutely fascinating to see all of the different twists and turns that it takes. Even though it's the same GM, it's the same, you know, story, and I'm running it, is always variety. And so for this one, I didn't get to run it 12, 15 times. So now it's like giving it out to the world. And all I want, if you run this adventure, please, please, please find me on social, something like that. Let me know of some like great moments or some, you know, terrifying, scary moments, anything that came out of this adventure for you, because I want to hear so bad what like the limits of this adventure are. When Wizards first wrote me to say, hey, we're going to be publishing Saving the Children's Menu, I honestly had a little like heart in my throat kind of moment. There's something, you know, and other people who are writers out there will understand this, there's something about you know, you write and you create, and if you're a dungeon master, your players take that on and you get to see it come to life in their eyes, which is incredible. And then it's another step when people that you admire and who create the thing that you love come and say, hey, we want to put effort into this and make art and make maps and publish it so that other people can do this. And it really floored me. And then when they sent me the draft and they were even like, hey, if you have any more notes, you know, and I was like, oh, okay, sirs and madams, you know, like, all right. I don't know, it's validating, and I'm grateful in a way that I didn't actually fully expect. Part of what I love about D&D is it is this opportunity to practice being a hero. And one of the setups for this adventure is that you really get to be a hero. You get to make a difference in someone's life. And so I hope that is satisfying in a scary world in which we can sometimes feel hopeless and like we don't get to make a difference. this is one opportunity to kind of practice being brave and practice doing the right thing. And so I hope that people come out of this adventure feeling like, oh, I learned a little bit about myself and what I'm capable of, and then you can bring that into your real life. Part of what really tickles me about this campaign is that people are going to risk their lives for macaroni and cheese, which just feels like the most relatable thing on the planet. Yeah, I would risk my life for a great bowl of macaroni and cheese, and I hope you will too.